While you might consume 3 popular vitamins daily, it's important to recognize that they could be quietly weakening your legs and putting your independence at risk. Although not all supplements offer benefits, many seniors believe that taking extra vitamins will enhance their health. Certain vitamins, especially for those over 60, can be outright harmful if taken excessively or unnecessarily. These 3 specific vitamins may compromise your leg strength, damage your muscles, and increase your chances of fractures, falls, and even permanent mobility loss. Let's explore what they are, why they pose dangers, and what alternatives you should consider. First, the silent muscle weakeners. Vitamin E has long been marketed as a miracle supplement, with many older adults taking it daily in hopes of maintaining vitality. It is promoted for its supposed benefits to heart health, skin elasticity, and anti-aging effects. However, the very supplement that claims to extend life might subtly hinder seniors, especially those over 60, from fully enjoying life. Unlike water-soluble vitamins such as vitamin C, vitamin E is fat-soluble, meaning it does not simply pass through the body. Instead, it accumulates over time and is stored in the liver and fat tissues of your body. Excessive consumption of vitamin E, especially doses exceeding 400 IU daily, typical of over-the-counter supplements, can quietly begin to sabotage your vital bodily functions, primarily targeting muscle strength and coordination. At first, these signs manifest subtle: a faint struggle to rise from a chair, a quick rotation that leaves you unsteady, or feeling oddly exhausted while shopping. It's easy to dismiss these symptoms as the inevitable toll of aging, but beneath the surface, a darker threat lurks, more insidious and deadly. Studies reveal that too much vitamin E cripples neuromuscular function and disrupts muscle metabolism. Over time, this interference can cause a disturbing, almost imperceptible weakening of the legs, especially dangerous for seniors whose muscles are already waning with age. The gradual loss of strength may condemn you to reliance on a cane, walker, or even a chair, signs of your body's silent, destructive decline. Furthermore, high vitamin E intake can thin the blood, posing a deadly risk for the elderly on blood-thinning medications. Internal hemorrhages, gruesome bruises, and catastrophic falls become frighteningly possible, with even a minor stumble threatening life-altering injuries. These creeping dangers come without warning labels, creeping into your life silently, waiting to strike when you're least prepared. As we age, health issues often develop slowly and are frequently mistaken for the natural process of aging. Sadly, many well-meaning elderly individuals continue taking their daily pills, unaware that some of these might be quietly undermining their mobility and strength. This isn't meant to incite fear, but to foster awareness about the subtle dangers lurking within routine supplement use. Although the human body remains resilient, it can become unbalanced over time. What may be suitable for a 30-year-old might not be appropriate for someone in their 70s, which underscores the importance of cautious supplementation rather than habitual use. Especially as one gets older, it might be time to confront a difficult yet crucial question: if you've been taking vitamin E without medical guidance, particularly in higher doses, could this be doing more harm than good? And could other commonly used supplements be quietly impairing your strength and independence, even when they are marketed as beneficial? For instance, vitamin E might surprise you. Its role in causing weak bones and muscles is often overlooked. These vitamins, which many seniors depend on to boost immunity, safeguard their skin, or support their eyesight, sometimes conceal a silent threat right in plain sight. The hope is that understanding these hidden pitfalls can lead to more mindful decisions to preserve strength and vitality in later years. For many years, it has been assumed that vitamin A is essential for healthy aging, despite it often being consumed without much thought. When taken in the right amounts, it truly can support well-being. Yet, many older individuals remain unaware that excessive intake of vitamin A, especially over prolonged periods, can subtly diminish their health rather than enhance it. As we grow older, our bodies process nutrients differently, narrowing the safety margins. Our muscles lose their ability to recover efficiently, bones become more fragile, and vital organs tend to slow down. Unlike water-soluble vitamins that are quickly expelled through urine, vitamin A fat-soluble vitamin, accumulates quietly within soft tissues and the liver. This silent buildup can eventually cause real harm when levels become too high, a risk that is often overlooked amidst the use of multivitamins, cod liver oil, or fortified foods. Among the most troubling effects of chronic vitamin A overdose is its impact on bones. Research has linked excessive vitamin A levels to increased bone loss, particularly in the legs and hips, the very bones that enable movement, balance, and independence. Even a minor increase in fragility can turn a simple misstep into a life-altering fracture, especially for the elderly who already have delicate bones. Sadly, the danger doesn't end there. Too much vitamin A can also weaken the muscles that support and stabilize these very limbs, leaving many vulnerable to falls, injuries, and loss of autonomy. For many seniors, walking gradually becomes more difficult than it once was, as they begin to feel tired in their hips or thighs, experience ongoing aches, and notice a growing sense of weakness. These symptoms are easy to dismiss. After all, fatigue and discomfort are often seen as normal parts of aging. But what if aging isn't the real cause? What if the supplement you take every morning, hoping to protect your health, is actually contributing to your decline? Even more troubling, vitamin A poisoning doesn't announce itself with obvious signs. It doesn't shout. It whispers painfully. Perhaps you started to sit more often, find stairs increasingly daunting, or make excuses to stay indoors instead of venturing outside for a walk. Over time, these subtle changes reshape your life, chipping away at your confidence, activity level, and independence. In truth, no vitamin should be taken lightly, especially by those in their 60s, 70s, or older. Our needs change with age, and if we're not cautious, what once nourished us can begin to drain us. It's crucial to have a serious conversation with your doctor if you're taking vitamin A daily, particularly if combined with other supplements or fortified foods. The consequences of neglecting this could be far more severe than you imagine. Furthermore, if the highly touted vitamin A can quietly erode your bones and weaken your legs, what hidden horrors lurk within the vitamins trusted to energize and sharpen your mind? The most unsettling discovery might be vitamin B6, an unsuspected threat lurking behind the promise of vitality. Its true danger reveals itself subtly as it begins to numb your legs, creeping in as a tingling numbness that first whispers in your toes before gradually spreading over time. Your steps falter, and the sensation in your feet dulls into a chilling silence, leaving your limbs feeling foreign, disconnected from your own body. Many elderly individuals dismiss these disturbing signs as mere aging, poor circulation, or diabetes. Yet, what if the real culprit is something far darker? A silent, insidious toxin embedded within daily supplements, something you've trusted to support your mental clarity, energy, and brain health. Multivitamins, energy boosters, and cognitive enhancers all commonly contain vitamin B6, deceptively marketed as essential for maintaining vitality in later years. But beneath this facade of health lies a potential nightmare, a substance capable of eroding your nervous system, weakening your foundation, and turning your own limbs against you. The true cost of doing nothing may be far worse than imagined, as the shadows of these so-called remedies threaten to consume what remains of your strength and sanity. Few are aware of the lurking danger vitamin B6 can transform from a harmless supplement to a silent predator, unleashing toxicity that gradually destroys the nerves in your legs and feet. Once this damage begins, it doesn't simply vanish when you cease taking the vitamin. Unlike other water-soluble nutrients, B6 lingers within your body, turning traitor and disrupting your nervous system. When consumed in excessive amounts, often exceeding 100 mg daily, especially through common over-the-counter pills, it begins to sabotage your body's ability to transmit nerve signals. The result is peripheral neuropathy, a devastating condition that strips away more than sensation. It robs you of balance, coordination, and control. You may sense your feet betraying you, as if they no longer obey your commands. Fear of falling becomes a constant shadow, leading to awkward missteps, trips over invisible obstacles, and a growing reluctance to face the world. The nightmare deepens because this damage can be permanent, leaving nerves scarred long after the pills are gone. Residual weakness, numbness, and loss of function that haunt you endlessly. We depend on our legs, not just to move, but to uphold our dignity, to forge ahead into life's routines. When that foundation fractures, everything changes. Going to the doctor unaccompanied, enjoying a simple walk in the park, or even standing to cook becomes a perilous endeavor. This insidious threat lurks quietly, waiting to inscribe its scars deep within, turning what was once familiar into a place of vulnerability and despair. Everything can be stripped away because of a well-meaning yet harmful habit. Instead of providing nourishment and strength, consuming too much B6 might erode your confidence, sense of safety, and ability to move freely. This problem is not rare or trivial, In fact, older adults are becoming increasingly worried because they assume that anything labeled as a vitamin must be safe. But the stark reality is that even vitamins demand careful and thoughtful handling. What's boosted your vitality could, over time, subtly diminish it. After considering these three hidden dangers, vitamins E, A, and B6, it becomes clear that the misconception that more is better can cause more harm than good. Everything should be approached with care and intelligence. What might energize you now could quietly undermine you tomorrow. Yet, this is not the end of the story. Each day, seniors may find their legs growing weaker, not due to vitamins, but because of another vital aspect of life, a habit of living that is equally widespread and often overlooked twice as much. Let's explore what that is for you. What this truly means is more profound than a list of vitamin warnings. It touches on your very own journey, surviving transitions, overcoming challenges, and gathering a lifetime of wisdom, all while facing the quiet toll of neglected habits that threaten to diminish your strength. It serves as a chilling reminder that as time erodes our bodies and needs, even the routines we cling to and the habits we believe protect us may be quietly working against our well-being. Pursuing what's best for your health is not a sign of weakness. No, it's often a desperate attempt to cling to the strength, vitality, and independence you fought so hard to maintain. Yet, lurking beneath this struggle is a sinister truth. Some of the very supplements you ingest daily, perhaps in your morning coffee or as part of your familiar pattern, may be subtly undermining your balance, weakening your legs, and gradually stripping away the independence you fought so fiercely to preserve. The decline isn't always sudden or obvious, it's insidious. First, there might be hesitant steps before stepping off a curb, or an extra effort needed to rise from a chair. Small signs that your legs no longer feel as steadfast as before. You start resorting to the elevator instead of the stairs, not out of laziness, but because your legs betray you, their once firm grip faltering in silent betrayal. These subtle adjustments weave into the fabric of your daily existence, quietly chaining you down. You move less, abandon activities you once loved, and craft a schedule based on fear and limitation instead of desire. The body responds to this creeping neglect. Muscles shrink, bones weaken, and the threat of fractures, falls, and the loss of independence lurks in the shadows, waiting. The most frightening part is that these changes aren't necessarily driven by illness or the passage of time. They are a haunting consequence of neglect, of trusting routines that may no longer serve you, turning the march of aging into an unavoidable nightmare. Sometimes, their origins can be traced back to choices made with the best intentions, yet lacking proper guidance. The fact that an excess of vitamin A can harm bones was never explained to you. No one warned you that too much vitamin E might weaken your legs. And no one mentioned how consuming large amounts of vitamin B6 for energy could cause the nerves responsible for walking to become numb. Now, however, you are aware. This knowledge isn't a burden, it's a gift. You still have some control over this. You are more in charge than you may realize. You could take an important step toward protecting your legs, your freedom, and your dignity by reevaluating your supplements, asking the right questions of your doctor, and paying closer attention to the signals your body has been trying to give you. There is still time to adjust course. It's never too late to make different choices. Your strength, recovery, and the ability to sustain yourself in the years ahead remain within reach. If you give your body the attention it needs now, take a moment, pause, reflect on what you put into your body each day, because your actions today will shape your health tomorrow. It's crucial to give this moment the care it deserves. Think thoughtfully, reflect on what you ingest daily, for your choices today shape your health tomorrow. They set the path you will walk forward. As we face the reality of the coming days, there's one more truth to confront. Inactivity and sitting for prolonged periods are issues we often overlook. Yet their damage can surpass that of taking the wrong vitamins. This quiet, insidious habit that infiltrates modern life may be hastening your decline more rapidly than any supplement could. Now, let's examine this further. So, what are your next steps? Perhaps the most important question is, now that you understand this, what should you do? How can you protect the life you've invested so much in building? Your strength, your independence. The answer lies in something more powerful than shame or fear: awareness. The first step to change is recognizing the truth. It's not about dwelling on past mistakes or undoing decisions already made. It's about using this newfound knowledge to make wiser choices today. Start by scrutinizing the supplements you've been taking. Do so with purpose, not panic. That bottle sitting on your kitchen counter or bathroom shelf may have been there for years. But now, ask yourself, have I ever truly questioned what's inside it? Have I checked the dosage or wondered if I still need it? Recognizing these questions is essential, yet it carries a heavy weight, knowing that neglect could silently be undermining your well-being. Beware of labels promising anti-aging, cognitive assistance, or heart health, for they can deceptively lull you into false security. Your body is a complex, often unforgiving realm. What benefits one person may pose hidden dangers to another. Precision becomes a matter of life and death, especially as time gnaws away at your defenses. Excessive intake of seemingly helpful substances, particularly vitamins, can lurk silently, causing subtle but enduring damage beneath the surface. The only way to truly know what lies beneath is to seek out a knowledgeable physician, one who understands the sinister subtleties of aging. Sadly, many elderly individuals continue to receive generic advice from doctors unversed in the dark intricacies of geriatric care. You deserve better, an assessment rooted in your unique circumstances, medications, diet, and lifestyle. Confront the truth about what your body actually needs and what it must shed. It's crucial to grasp what's happening inside. Request a comprehensive nutrient panel, including vitamin levels, in addition to routine blood tests. The numbers don't lie. They reveal troubling imbalances, excess stores, or dangerously high levels lurking beneath the surface. Chasing perfection is futile. The real aim is to halt the slow, insidious damage before it embeds itself into the fabric of your being, making repair impossible. Remember, your body yearns for nourishment from real food, not synthetic pills or potions. Strive to consume whole, unprocessed meals whenever possible. Your survival depends on it. In the shadowed depths of health, the truth persists. Lean meats, whole grains, fresh vegetables, and healthy fats are not just good choices. They are the strongest medicine offered by nature itself. While supplements may play a role, it is vigilant, disciplined nourishment, and a balanced existence that command true power. To act now is not a sign of fear, but a declaration of dominance over unseen forces trying to weaken you. It proclaims that you honor your health enough to defend it against the darkness lurking within your own habits. When clarity and change beckon, mediocrity is not an option. Only those who dare to resist the silent onslaught of decay survive to claim their freedom, security, and mobility. Yet, even with perfect nutrition, another insidious enemy lurks, an unseen, relentless influence that haunts your legs and your future. Most drift into it unknowingly every day, unaware of how their own routines, how their stillness, their ingrained sitting patterns, are slowly preparing the shadows to claim what's left of your strength. Let's delve deeper into this silent threat. And remember, the only true teacher in this dark game is time itself, whispering secrets only the patient can decipher. Over a century of witnessing life's ebb and flow, love, loss, resilience, and sorrow has taught me that disease isn't the greatest danger as we grow older. Believing that deterioration is inevitable is a heavy burden to carry. I have watched friends succumb to weakness too often, blaming it on aging without considering the silent forces beneath the surface. I've seen once strong, independent individuals gradually lose their autonomy, sometimes due to something as simple and unnoticed as a daily medication they thought would help. Speaking to you today not as a scientist or doctor, but as someone who has walked this path, who has felt the quiet terror of diminishing strength, the trembling before a staircase, the fear that a single fall might be the end. I have endured these fears, and because of that, I want to gently awaken you, not to frighten. There is still hope. You still hold power. Most importantly, you still have time to protect what matters most: your freedom, your ability to stand, and your balance. Everyone longs for a long life, but we must ask ourselves, how can we live with strength? Pursuing every new supplement or believing that more is always better is not the answer. The real key lies in listening to your body, perceiving its subtle signals, and embracing the wisdom gained with age. Despite the sadness that shadows these truths, holding on to awareness and cautious care can still offer us a chance to preserve our dignity and independence for as long as possible. It involves confronting ominous habits that no longer serve our survival and summoning the courage to stray from the familiar when something whispers of danger. I share this because I believe with dark certainty that growing older does not mean weakening. It is a transformation into a subtler, more insidious form of strength. Even as our bodies slow, shrouded in gray shadows, our choices remain powerful, perhaps more so than ever. You haven't truly lost your health. It's quietly slipping through your grasp, unfolding in unseen ways. The freedom you cling to tomorrow is the fortress you defend today. Do not wait in silence. You still hold a control. Heed its whispers, make calculated decisions, and move forward with steely resolve and unwavering vigilance. Aging is not merely a loss, but a passage into a darker realm of resilience, one that relies more on wisdom than haste. Yet, despite the weight of experience, it's disturbingly easy to overlook the subtle, creeping dangers that threaten us from within. Not all threats are apparent. Some lie hidden in seemingly harmless routines or well-meant habits. They often begin with something as innocuous as a vitamin, trust misplaced, knowledge forgotten. Now, you understand. You recognize that at this stage of life, your body demands more careful attention. Not more pills, but more deliberate choices. Your strength, your gait, your confidence. They're not merely physical. They're intertwined with your very essence. And now, you see that in this shadowed chapter of life, your body needs vigilant care, sharper awareness, and choices made with purpose. You recognize that your leg strength, gait, and confidence are not solely physical qualities. They also carry emotional significance and are intimately tied to your self-reliance and dignity. Losing these elements means sacrificing both freedom and resilience. It causes you to miss spontaneous joys in life, such as a walk around the neighborhood, visits with grandchildren, or the quiet satisfaction of working independently. However, this isn't a story of defeat. It's a story of awareness. Being conscious provides the power to alter your circumstances. Living with mindfulness is essential, but it doesn't mean living in fear. Pay close attention to your choices. Reconsider your daily habits carefully. Seek advice that respects your age, physical condition, and past experiences. Most importantly, remember that change is within your reach. You deserve a future where you walk confidently, where your body supports your spirit, and where facing challenges with grace becomes a defining feature of your years rather than their limitations. This is an opportunity to regain control by focusing on what truly matters, rather than simply doing more. Aging isn't about giving up. It's about becoming wiser. Applied wisely, wisdom can be one of the most powerful remedies. The goal of these talks is to inspire you to live life authentically and fully. I would love to hear from you now. Take a moment to reflect. Then share one lesson you've learned that you plan to incorporate into your journey of accepting these realities. Let's support each other. If you found this video helpful, please leave a comment with a 1. If not, feel free to leave a 0. Your feedback is highly valued. To see more videos like this, remember to subscribe to our YouTube channel, and don't forget to like and share our content. Thank you for watching.